Testimonials on your website are a really important way of getting an artist to feel like it's a good idea to hire you. But so many testimonials that we get are boring as f***. They don't say anything that makes you stand out. They can be objectively positive, but still be generic. And generic testimonials don't really do a great job of convincing artists to trust you with their musical baby. So in this video, I want to show you an easy script to use to get much more emotionally compelling testimonials from any client. Not all positive reviews are created equal. You can have objectively positive reviews that do nothing to convince an artist to actually trust you. The mix sounds great, super easy to work with, very professional. They got everything done so fast. None of those things are bad, right? They're all positive, but they don't really separate you from anybody else. All of those things, all of those positive statements have been said about a million other engineers too. So how would that do anything to convince an artist that you're the right fit? Now, if a testimonial like that is coming from a household name, it's a bit of a different story. Like if Paul McCartney said, "Carl didn't completely ruin my song," I'd still be ecstatic about that. And I would probably put that on my website with the largest font possible. If that testimonial is coming from somebody that the person reading your testimonial doesn't know, it doesn't really do much. But a testimonial that is emotionally compelling by talking about what it's like having you on the team, what it's like to collaborate with you, what it felt like to be changed in a good way by the experience of working with you, then it makes a more meaningful connection to the reader. So instead of everything sounded great, it's the first time that I had a crazy idea in my head and I actually got to hear what it sounded like in reality. Instead of, they're so professional, they really pushed me to take chances and experiment with a side of my own artistry that I haven't really dove into. And I ended up finding a much more clear expression of who I am. I think you see the difference. So how do we get artists to give us more emotionally compelling testimonials instead of something that's just about the logistics or the deliverables? It's all about how you ask. If you ask a client to give you a testimonial after the project, they're probably going to be willing to do it. But if you just say, "Hey, would you mind giving me a testimonial that I can use?" Most artists, even though they're generally very emotional, creative humans, they don't know what to say, and they'll say something about how it sounds great, or how professional you were, or how easy you are to work with. And again, those are all positive things, but they don't really say much about that emotional connection that you had with them. So instead of just asking for a testimonial, ask them this. "Hey, I'm updating the testimonials on my site and was wondering if you'd be willing to share a few sentences about having me on your team. Nothing fancy, just a bit about what it was like to collaborate with me, anything unique about the experience that stood out to you, etc. Totally cool if not, just figured I'd ask since you're awesome and I always enjoy working together. Thanks." Obviously, rewrite this in your own voice, but just a little bit of prompting to get them to start thinking about the experience, it can really go a long way in getting a much more compelling testimonial for your website. Try it for yourself. I put the script in the description. Thanks for watching. If this is helpful, do the like, follow, subscribe, all the fun things, and I'll see you in the next video.